Waking up to a wet morning after an eventful Monday. Weather-wise, lots of rain. We had some possible tornado warnings last night here. And today, well, we've got more rain in store for you. How much more rain are we going to get? We're going to track it for you and let you know how much longer it's going to last.
A firefighter recovering this morning after getting hurt while responding to a fire at a vacant Fresno motel. What caused the firefighter's injury and how the crew members worked to put out those flames.
Investigators in Arizona are awaiting for DNA analysis after recovering a sample from a glove found near Nancy Guthrie's home. Why they're now working with Walmart as they await the results, and how efforts to locate Guthrie's pacemaker could make for another big break in the case.
The lights are out on Capitol Hill as lawmakers enjoy their recess despite no clear timeline for the end of the partial government shutdown.
We have a rogue agency. Why don't we rein them in? That's what the American people are asking Republicans.
As ICE is funded, they're going to continue to do whatever it is they're doing right now.
Why the White House is now calling on Democrats to make more concessions in their push to reform ICE and DHS.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
We begin this hour with a live look at the summit of China Peak. Our friends at the resort tell us in the last 24 hours, between 14 and 20 inches of fresh snow have fallen, making for a holiday weekend full of fun for visitors. And a bit will let you know other impacts that the ongoing winter storm is bringing the central San Joaquin Valley. I could just watch this. Watching snowfall, why not?
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful.
Yeah, good morning to you on this Tuesday. Happy Fat Tuesday. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. And we had a lot happened overnight. Since we saw you yesterday morning, we had a lot of rain there. Some places got up to an inch. We had an inch in Fresno. China Peak, obviously several feet and more above that. So there was a lot that happened and even more on the way. We'll try to break down what happened for you and also let you know what to expect for your Fat Tuesday. So let's get to your day planner here and show you what's going on. Checking out the radar right now. Not much of anything happening, just some residual precip going on over in the foothills there for the most part in parts of western Fresno County. But things are going to pick up again for us later this morning. Taking a look at your current conditions right now. It is a little cold out there, 45 degrees at the moment. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour. That dew point is at 43. And here's the rest of your day. Yep, rain's going to be heavy again for us here. We're expecting another quarter inch here in Fresno today. At 10 a.m., it'll be an 80% chance of rain and really holding that way throughout the day. And it'll be 49 degrees at 10 a.m., 51 at noon, 53 at 5. And those wind speeds are going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour throughout the day. Today could be a lot like yesterday, but we are keeping an eye on things for you. In fact, we're going to track this next round of rain as it works its way in and let you know what's going to happen with it coming up.
Well, two separate fires that broke out in Fresno are now under investigation, one of which resulted in a firefighter getting hurt. Just after 9:30 last night, firefighters received reports of a fire at an abandoned motel in the area of G Street. And when they got there, crews found an active fire inside the two-story structure. During firefighting operations, one firefighter got hurt after falling into a hole and suffering a broken leg. He was taken to an area hospital. Crews were able to contain the fire to the second floor and attic space, preventing any other damage to the building. Yesterday morning, crews responded to reports of another fire near Calaveras and McKenzie. They found smoke and flames coming from a detached structure on a residential property. Fire was quickly contained, and as far as we know, no one was hurt. Well, we're showing you China Peak Ski Resort now covered in almost 2 feet of snow with more on the way. Storms like these are the ones that China Peak Mountain Resort looks forward to every year. Visitors were out in full force yesterday enjoying the fresh snow and crisp cold temperatures. Skiers and snowboarders carved through the powder-covered slopes, making the most out of one of the season's biggest storms.
Definitely the biggest storm we've had in quite a while. We've got about a foot today so far, and we're expecting many more feet over the next couple of days.
The snow is falling fast there, and Kohi says that visitors, as you saw there, are loving every minute of it. Those whiteout conditions can make for some dangerous driving, and CHP officers have their hands full as wet, icy roads are making for slick driving conditions. Just look at this crash along Highway 168. Over on Highway 99 near Mountain View, another crash backed up traffic. The CHP urging everyone to slow down, leave plenty of space, and drive with caution as the snow and rainfall continues this week. From fresh powder to full parking lots, we headed up the mountain yesterday to see how the snow is shaping up for local businesses. This is the time of year that Shaver Lake, a lot of people in Shaver Lake say they look forward to. Fresh snow means more foot traffic, especially this holiday weekend.
It's great to see late snow in the year. It gives us a good push into the spring and the summer months.
Powell went on to say how the snowfall fills lakes and reservoirs in the area as well. And if you plan to drive up over the next couple of days, again, drive with caution in that area, as it's expected to get 2 feet of snow by Thursday. Back here in the valley, strong storm winds blew off the entire roof off of CAL FIRE Station. Take a look at the damage at CAL FIRE Station 95 in Tranquility. This happened at the station on Morton Avenue near Sonoma yesterday afternoon. We reached out to the National Weather Service in Hanford, who sent us a statement saying, in part, as far as we know at this time, the damage at the CAL FIRE Station in Tranquility was likely due to winds. Nearby weather stations showed gusts of 35 to 40 miles per hour at the time. Radar data at the time of the report did indicate some broad rotation in the area, but it was not tornadic. Full quote available on our website at kmph.com. Tornadic, right, Justin? Or tornadic? I'm really sorry. I hang my head in shame.
Yeah, that's a new word, I think. But we get the picture, right? We had a lot of rain. We had some things. We also have a call, some contact into the National Weather Service about another possible tornado that might have hit Madera Ranchos. They were waiting on confirmation of that, but they had some pretty gusty conditions. Funnel clouds reported across the valley here with what happened here. If you're wondering how much rain we got over the last 24 hours, here's just kind of an idea of what we got here for you. We got 1 inch up in Merced. Madera did get 1.25 inches out there. Los Banos, that area got about 1.33 inches. And Fresno was about 1 inch as well. South Valley, for the most part, Hanford, Visalia, Porterville, and Avenal all got about 1/2 inch there. So some really good rain for us, but we've got more on the way that's going to add to our totals here. So let's show you that. Right now, nothing doing. You can see just some residual precip there going on in the foothills there and out in western Fresno County. But we get to what's coming our way, and you kind of see a couple of things happening here. First, a low pressure system to the north and one to the south here, and a couple of cold fronts here. One that just passed over us and got our temperatures pretty cold overnight here, and another one that's going to be pushing through again, going to be leaving us with some cold overnight temperatures as well. In fact, there's a cold weather alert that we'll tell you about in a second here, but you can kind of see the direction everything's coming. One from the Gulf of Alaska here, really impacting us in our state. And then Southern California, they're going to get some tropical moisture in addition to what's going on with a little bit of a low pressure system there. So heavy rain for us across the state again today. Taking a look at the situation right now, we still got some heavy snow falling up in the high Sierra, a little bit of rain up in the foothills and higher elevations at this hour, but we get throughout the morning here, and that other round of rain comes in about the middle of the day there and lasting really until the later parts of the afternoon there. You can kind of see how heavy that snow is going to get, and we'll show you the levels here in a second, but those levels are going to drop down to about the 2,000 foot level here. So that'll be some really nice snow for us. Very heavy rain there later on tonight there in parts of Southern California. It'll break up overnight into tomorrow morning, leaving some precip just kind of rounding the area here. You can kind of see the impacts of the grapevine there down south. Things ease up tomorrow morning there. We'll have some light. We have like a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, so tomorrow's not going to be as bad. It's going to be more of a break than anything because we had another round coming on Thursday here, which we'll show you in a second here. You can kind of see that coming in Thursday morning there, and then we get lit up again there about the middle of the day on Thursday with more snow on the way there. So we're getting a lot of rain, a lot of snow out of this, and that's some really good news here, especially for the mountains and everybody loving to go play up in the snow there at this point in the season there. All right, so we'll get another break, and guess what? Yes, more rain on the way Sunday into Monday there. Yeah, we get another round, and this one's really going to last us into Monday there, probably Tuesday and Wednesday on this one. We'll keep an eye on this one for you as well, but we've got several more chances of rain on the way as we round out February here. All right, let's get to the alerts now and show you what's going on. So first, the winter storm warning that we got going on here. We're breaking this up into levels here today because we got several things going on. 2,000 foot on that snow elevation, but that would likely be tomorrow morning. And then at the 5,000 foot level, we'll get 2 to 3 feet of snow there, and that's that's low enough. At 7,000 foot, 3 to 4 feet, but also possibly getting up to 8 feet of snow at that elevation. There's less of a chance of that happening, and we're looking at 4 inches of snow on the Grapevine and Tehachapi Pass here if you're going to be heading that way over the next week or so. Wind advisory there to the west of us there on the other side of I-5 going until tomorrow afternoon. An extreme cold warning. Yeah, that cold front pushing through, really going to impact Monterey and San Benito counties there. And then Southern California really dealing with all kinds of stuff. They got a high wind warning there. They also have a flood watch that's going on right now because of all the rain they're getting. Also dealing with a winter storm warning there, and that's going to be impacting parts of the Grapevine, and also dealing with a high wind warning in parts of the San Gabriel Mountains there. So some very heavy stuff going on across the state. Also got some coastal flooding up in the Bay Area, if you want to know. All right, so today we got another 80% chance of rain on tap for us. 54 is our high today. Tomorrow we're going to be at 52. It's just a 20% chance of rain, and then rain picks up again on Thursday. 80% chance there, and 51 that day. 30s and 40s overnight, and yeah, it's going to stay windy out there for us too. Up next, we're going to get a look at the highs and lows for today across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Day 4 of the partial government shutdown, and still no compromise in sight. Why Democrats in the White House are now blaming each other for the lapse in funding to the Department of Homeland Security. The search for Nancy Guthrie continues, with investigators using every resource possible to find the 84-year-old. How locating Guthrie's pacemaker could bring authorities one step closer to solving the case. And a live look now at Shasta Dam. It is 5:10, 37 degrees there right now. You can find new headlines and the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.